Roll those wheels around and head on over to my house. The day is done, but it's not gone, and we're still young. Let's go waste some time and paint that city limit sign. I don't care what we do when I'm with you. When I'm with you. Whoa.
My debut album is self-titled because there wasn't any one theme going through the whole thing. It's just life. It's an album of a lot of different aspects of me and my life, so it made sense to call it Rachele Lynae.
The first time I heard her voice, I felt like, you know, I'd never seen her before, but I felt like what a great emotional singer.
And touch the stars tonight.
Working with Jamie has been amazing. I was a big fan of hers before I actually got to know her. She's an incredible writer. Working with her has helped me to become a better writer.
When I'm with you.
Touch the Stars is kind of a magical feeling track, which is cool because the song itself is kind of touching on that new young love feeling, and the track ended up making you feel that way just by the way it sounds.
When we're together, baby, we can fly and touch the stars tonight.
I think that with Touch the Stars, we found that feeling of young love and excitement by having these lyrics where you feel like anything is possible.
I absolutely love the creative process of what this CD has done for me as a producer, and to be able to work with people like her.
Come on home and get clean.
Clean it's a very special song. I was very blessed to have, you know, two fantastic parents and a wonderful little sister. And there's something about that feeling of going home, you know, no matter what you've been through or how you feel like you've maybe changed since being away from home, there's always that safe place and that place to go back to your roots in going home. And that's what Clean really talks about, is that safe place, that place for a fresh start.
Front porch light when the road's been long. A little bit of mercy when my grace is gone.
Sometimes that place where you feel safe may not be your actual family or home situation, depending on how you grew up, but we usually have somewhere where we feel like we can really return to who we really are. And sometimes that's a family, sometimes that's a place, maybe it's a group of friends. The song actually talks about, you know, sitting in the back pew of a church where you're like, okay, I've kind of wandered off here and I need to get back on track.
Daddy taught me all I need to know about what to keep and which ones to throw.
One thing I love about her is she's not afraid. You know, we get in the studio, we start writing, we start working together, and I love the fact that she's fearless.
Fishing for something that ain't in the water. Fishing for something that ain't in the water.
Fishing for Something was a song that I wrote with one of my best girlfriends, and we both grew up fishing with our dads, and I think it sends a really positive message for girls to stand up for themselves and have standards, you know?
Hey, but you're swimming up the wrong creek. If you think this will get any hotter, you're fishing for something that ain't in the water.
I grew up mostly in Kodiak, Alaska, and it was absolutely the best place that I could have dreamed of for a childhood. It's very rugged, there's a lot of creative people, it just fosters creativity.
She has the life experience that she's passionate about something, you know, and you believe her when she sings.
Alaska produces a lot of strong people. People are just really real there. That's why a lot of my music is it comes from a place of strength, and that's why I have grown up to be a pretty strong person, I think.
Things I wish I could regret, like this cigarette.
I wrote Cigarette in college with one of my best girlfriends. It's funny because neither one of us actually smoke, but we both could really relate to having the type of relationship where it turned out to be more of a bad habit than anything else.
Wish that I could quit you, oh, but love just fans the flame.
Each song kind of comes from a place of what's happened to her in her young life.
When I'm writing, I really like to write what's real. And I think that Cigarette really goes into exactly what it is. Yeah, it's ugly sometimes, you know, so it is a deeper song, but that's life.
Ain't nothing better than some sticky summer loving. Who knows how far we'll go?
Sticky Summer Lovin' was a really fun song to write. I actually wrote it with Jamie and one of my best girlfriends, Hannah Bethel, and we sat around and giggled like schoolgirls writing this song. And some people are thinking that it's, you know, oh, that's a little risque. And the funny thing is, literally when we wrote this song, we were thinking about like driving down the road in the summer with the windows down and like eating ice cream and it's just everywhere, but you're just happy because you're in love. And that's really, it's just a fun song to talk about that summer love.
I'm just wondering, is there anyone out there who would throw a pebble at my window?
Old-fashioned love is something that was actually started directly out of my journal. You know, I was frustrated, I felt like I wasn't finding the right guys or whatever, and I'd been journaling like, is there anyone out there that would just throw a pebble at my window, you know, because I knew that my dad did that.
Whatever happened to that old-fashioned kind of love?
So it's just a really special song that is kind of questioning as well as hopeful that there still is that kind of innocent and passionate love out there.
Come on, get out on the floor and don't hold back anymore. Rock the beat till you're soaking wet. When the DJ stops, we'll say we ain't done yet.
Out on the Floor is a really good dance song. It's a good go out to the club song.
Right now, don't stand around, it's going down on the floor. What are you waiting for?
There's songs that are really fun and lighthearted and they don't really have a deep meaning. Just get out on the floor and dance, you know? Not much more to it than that. But then there are other songs that dive in deeper, and I think that really mirrors me as a person.
Mama taught me right from wrong, knew every gospel song.
Words in Red is really honest, I think, about what it's like to walk a Christian life.
Heard about the words he said, how they wrote them down in red.
You know, it's not always easy, and sometimes we step off the path.
I've been knee deep in holy water, baptized as a rebel daughter. Lord knows I should know better than going down wrong road.
For me, it's my story of how I get back on track and how I get centered by reading the words in red. It was a lot of fun in the studio. I mean, I'm just wailing in the recording. It's fun.
I'll read the words in red.
This album has been and is a great picture of where I am right now. It's exactly who I am stylistically. I'm completely ecstatic about it.
You're fishing for something that ain't in the water. Fishing for something that ain't in the water. You're fishing for something that ain't in the water. Fishing for something that ain't in the water.